Kelly. I am a cis woman, she, her pronouns, and I'm a lesbian.
Hi, I'm Zach. I identify as male. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I identify as bisexual.
Hi, I'm Abby. I am a cisgender woman. I use she, her pronouns. And I am pansexual, which is on the bisexual spectrum, meaning that I care more about the heart and not the parts.
So I define bisexuality as attraction to two or more genders. I know bi means two, but it really encompasses people of male, female, gender nonconforming.
Sexuality in general is a spectrum. It's just one of those things that people decide that this is how they feel about themselves. Like, bisexuality is something where you feel sexually attracted and romantically attracted to men and women.
It's the attraction to those who aren't the opposite of you.
So some stigmas against bisexuality is that we just can't choose. As a bisexual male, a lot of straight girls, if you're a straight girl, you don't want your significant other sleeping with men, I guess. And then for gay guys, it's one of those things where like they're always like, oh, so this is just your way of coming out to being gay. By women, it's more fetishized by straight men because they're like, oh, they like me, but they also like women. And like, they are not all lesbian because they'll still sleep with me.
I still faced stigma by people either calling me a lesbian trying to figure it out or a straight girl asking for attention.
And in my experience, I've seen the gay until May kind of thing in college where it's like someone comes out and they're sexually active in college and they seem to kind of switch when they go back home. Spaghetti gays, which is straight until it gets hot and wet, which is a terrible term for bisexual people. But it is pretty prevalent. It's more popular in the LGBT scene, which you don't really notice has a bisexual stigma more so than people would expect.
I think the stigmas come from really within the community itself. They feel like you need to choose because the largest part of the community is lesbian and gay. It's obviously the first two letters of the acronym. Resentment in the community because like they don't think they think it should be black or white essentially.
So absolutely the LGBT plus community is responsible for a lot of the bisexual stigma. They often exclude that from spaces, especially if that partner has someone of the opposite sex. They say, oh, you have no place at Pride, you chose a side. It's a really big thing for bisexuals not to be welcome in queer spaces if they have an opposite sex partner. And it also comes from just not understanding because people think that, you know, we're creatures of habit and we have to do the same thing over and over again. But bisexual people are attracted to people for their personalities, not for their parts.
I think the stigma strains from what we see in the media. What's getting to you isn't necessarily the best, and what people strain from that is bisexual girls only want threesomes, bisexual guys are just gay.
So I think the key to overcoming some of these stigmas about bisexuality is really just recognizing that people have unique experiences and recognizing that just because you aren't attracted to people of multiple genders or people that ID differently across the spectrum doesn't mean other people aren't capable of that.
Letting people know that bisexuality isn't some type of fetish or in-between choice, and educate people that the sexuality itself is valid. It's people's genuine identity, and what other people think it might be is not their true self.
As years go on, the stigma's obviously going away more because we're more gender fluid and open and everything's more on a spectrum in our generation. Obviously, it's not as great now as it will be for the next generation, but it's all about progress and hopefully these stigmas go away soon.